here we are again now, and it's like no time has passed. Gazing out upon the sunset as it sinks into the night. Many times it seemed as though a given day might be our last. Face to face with certain death, it's somehow coming out alright. I don't think that we have any cause to lament, but there's quite a lot of thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent.
What followed immediately after your encounter with the Great Knight Gregor is a blur. You remember traveling a long distance, you remember insisting on going back as much as you dreaded it. You left comrades behind and you needed to see them. However, when you approached the clearing once again, you found the Alm and the Freearchy a little worse for wear, but all still alive. All of them except for that one unfortunate fellow you see meet his demise at the fish dog's maw. The rest you located a short distance away, braced against a small clearing. They were mostly unharmed, a few of them with wounds cauterized by fire. You traveled back to the Underpoint under an eerie silence. Your entire company knew what had occurred, but you seemed uneager to speak it. It wasn't until a short while later that Marcus and Ash similarly returned, carried there by Inian and Lyra. They woke up and were briefed on the situation, but an almost strange quiet had fallen over the Underpoint. While it was definitely your time to rest up and recover from your expedition, everyone seemed not the most, how do I put this? Nobody seemed particularly excited to tackle the castle. Something had happened, and it seemed to have something to do with this Ashen Knight. However, it's time to relax! Hooray! You guys have been through a lot, and it's time to chill out after a big adventure. Gregor, you realize it's time to relax. You realize, I really need to take a load off. So you start wandering across this, little dock area. But with every step, you feel almost like the bone in your heel seems to be connecting to your inner ear. It's a weird sensation. You're like, ooh, God, no, gross. You feel a little bit feverish even as you walk next to Astra, and she tips her head quizzically, but doesn't really offer anything else. Like Astra do. You suddenly feel your spine almost twitch upright. It feels like you're hearing too much all at once. The rats scurrying around on the dock, the bugs beneath your feet, and that same ringing noise begins to sort of build up and emanate through your entire body, building in your stomach. You almost double over, and you realize the only person you're having a date with right now is a pillow. You need a rest. Astra tips her head to the side even further. Gregor, is this a normal thing for humans to do?
You know, when they've been through this, maybe. I think I need to lie down.
Okay.
And everything needs to shut up. I can hear my toes. Have you ever heard your toes?
Astra at the mention of everything needs to shut up slowly moves her hand over her mouth.
Oh no, Astra!
No, sorry. I was mostly talking to everyone's toes.
Astra after you almost got her killed?
I'm just a little stressed out right now.
Yeah, of course. If you wanna rest, I believe there are now beds set up on land. She motions to the same district with the hot spring in it.
Yes.
Okay. Have a good rest.
Thank
Slow
you.
Thumbs up.
Good night, everyone. Coming through. Sleepy boy.
Marcus holds out a small pillow as Gregor walks past them.
It's the other way, Gregor.
You're going the wrong way,
Wrong way.
Gregor.
Wrong
Back
way.
this way. Come on.
Everybody spins
Thank you.
Gregor around and shoves him in that direction.
I'm doing great. Don't worry about me. Is this the way?
Yes.
Yeah, Gregor, you're
doing great.
Doing fantastic.
This small imp comes up to you, grabs your hand, looks at you with pity, and starts escorting you towards the beds.
He's an usher.
Oh, thank you, tiny child.
He's 40.
Meanwhile,
Awful.
Meanwhile, Harlock, ever since you got back, it's one thing to mull over the events with the Ashen Knight, right? Like, obviously a lot happened there. However, your mind works relatively quickly. You broke it down into like addressable, researchable steps, and you were able to process it rather quickly. While this specter seems to loom over the camp, that's not what's weighing on you. Something more complicated happened. Inian actually wanders over, and like sees that you're feeling a little bit down, and like perks up a little bit. Okay, that's weird. Harlock's being pensive. Is it like, okay, so this has been weighing on me too. Hops up and climbs up on the barrel. So, based on what I saw, and what everybody else saw, we were all trapped in dreams, right? With that steward?
I wasn't, but
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, right, correct, yeah.
Here's the problem, though.
Right.
Inian crosses her legs and almost scrunches up on this big barrel of oranges.
Yeah, here, let me just, excuse me,
Oh,
Marcus.
no, that's fine. Excuse me, sir.
Mm,
We're having a conversation.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
private
need your-
conversation, dude. Get out of here.
What the hell did I do to you guys? What the hell did he do to you guys?
This is his home.
Okay. Yeah, no, private conversation,
Private
sure.
conversation.
Listen,
Yeah, I want to know more about
Everybody
this
back up. 20 feet of personal space.
Adivian skulks. I'm just thinking, like, okay. We were all thrown into dreams and we all saw a little bit of each other. Now, that is a
Embarrassing.
Nah,
yeah, I'm gonna go with Marcus on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't, like, apparently I missed out on the Ash dream. That was a Marcus exclusive thing, which, little bummed about. Little bummed, not gonna lie.
Don't worry, I'll fill you in on I'll fill you in on feelings Dracula's later.
Everyone just looks at Marcus like, what?
I'd rather never go
Pick
back
me
to
up
that
on this.
stinky pirate island again anyway.
Hey now.
No, there's just one unanswered question. Why,
Okay.
if we were all sent into dreams, why did we see Harlock's dream? She resisted the spell, right? Like, even I was put under for half a second, which is how a dreamscape happened for me. Why could we see Harlock's?
I just figured it kind of affected everybody in the area regardless. Like, it makes a space. Like, you know, if you're there, you're gonna get got, basically.
No.
it could
you
have-
would know if somebody's delving into your subconsciousness. You need to be asleep, at least for a second, to make it work. Like, it. For example, when you lot jumped into my subconsciousness and I was awake and moving around and moving bodies outside, I knew it and it was extremely uncomfortable.
Are you saying that it wasn't my dream?
Yeah, like, let's...
It could have something
think
to
for-
do with the magical contamination in the area.
Yeah, the area is very...
Yeah,
It
it's
se-
janky, right?
Seems likely that it could be some
I
sort
don't know.
of.
It's probably the magical contamination. Meanwhile, on the far side of Freeark, well, the near far side, at Chateau Harlow, someone a short distance away begins to stir from an almost unending dream. They mumble something to themselves. Oh, why'd she have to come back? And you hear the click of a metallic leg.
Oh, no!
Anyway, meanwhile, back at base,
Oh.
your conversation winds down over speculation, and you all split off. Ash, you had someone you wanted to see. Everyone else, they're still discussing magical contamination or some other junk. But you've got a date.
I do.
And magical contamination aside, Harlock and Inian, you guys have a very, very dangerous artifact on your hands. While Inian's dampening seems to have more or less quieted the magic of this thing, at least for now, and the presence of a certain giant burning knight may have distracted everyone away from you, you take a look down at the lantern, and you can still feel a slight draw from it. It might be a problem when night falls, drawing creatures to the underpoint.
Yeah, I was worried about that.
So, do we got a plan to deal with this thing?
Well,
what if we dig a really, really deep hole and just chuck it down there?
Then they'd go over to the hole and dig up the hole.
Yeah,
Well,
we could
I'm
feed it
talking
to an
so
imp
deep
and let him
and-
become a steward.
Oh no, that's bad. That's a horrible, horrible idea. Why would you even suggest that?
I was trying a joke, sorry.
Oh, shit.
That was good.
Well, now I feel like a jerk.
No, that was a good one. Astra smiles and then claps a single time.
No, this isn't my expertise.
I thought it was great.
I wasn't expecting it.
Surprises are the core of humor, I've been told. Still
Yes.
smiling.
Astra and Harlock just have dinner together, and it's very unfunny.
It's completely unfunny, and whenever Harlock says something that's just like completely off the cuff, Astra's like, ha. Okay, so yeah, if we've got a dangerous, we could put it on one of our. So we've got the Alorani have boats, right? We could put it on a boat, make it harder to get to, I guess.
Boat is a generous term, but yeah.
Like, that'd make it more difficult, unless you have, like, some bullshit magic ward or sorry, I only think in, like, physical terms, because I don't know how to approximate this bullshit magic stuff. Boat plans sound good?
I guess boat plan sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, let's put it on a
Seriously.
goddamn boat or something.
Yeah, that should at least stop all the monsters that can't swim. Which is
Yeah.
60% of them.
Hmm.
Oh, boy.
Well, shit.
A lot of monsters probably swim. Oh, man.
And fly.
Yeah, you were mentioning
Well-
there were those what were they? Fish dogs? Dogfish?
Yeah, they could
Oh,
probably
yeah,
swim.
no, that they could probably
yeah,
swim.
yeah.
Crap.
No, they sound like they can swim.
Does anybody have access to any pocket dimensions of any kind? I mean, I had an idea of putting it in my lab, but I'm not really sure how this card works yet. And I'm all for not using things that I don't understand.
Huh, that's an interesting idea, putting it in that card. I don't think that card is definitely an extra dimensional space. I don't know if we can unfold it, like, and then put something in. We might be able to unfold it and then boom, get an alchemy lab here, but I don't think we can do the reverse of adding additional things to it.
We also probably don't want a giant rift in the middle of our camp.
Yeah, good point.
Speak for yourself.
Was that also a joke? That was funny, Marcus.
Thank
That
you.
was funny, Marcus. Astra and Harlock have the same exact expression. You all continue to rub your heads together about what to do with this horrible, horrible cursed artifact as you hear a humming pass by.
Are you guys
Just
thinking what
kinda
I'm
wanders
thinking?
past.
Anybody else feel like an opportunity is passing us by?
Half wave to you guys as he travels by. He's wielding what appears to be a giant fish bone. The bone has many eyes in it. He just quietly walks past. He smacks it against this post one time, and it lets out a slight scream. He continues traveling.
I think we've just solved our own problem.